Hey everybody, it's Josh here with Marketplace Superheroes, and in today's video we've got something really exciting to share with you. Everything that you see here I bought for just under £400, and based on Amazon's current resale values, these are worth around about £1,700. So in this video what I'm going to be doing is pulling back the curtain, showing you behind the scenes of every single one of these different products. I'm going to show you where I bought them from, how much I paid for them, how much they're going to sell for. We're going to take away Amazon's fees and we're going to work out exactly how much profit I'll be able to make from this. Now I'll give you a hint. It's going to be around 3 times what I invested. So if you want to find out how you can buy products just like these and 3x your money in a very short space of time, then you're going to want to pay attention to this video. So let's get started. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have the Amazon seller app pulled up on my smartphone here. And I'm going to scan each one of these products in individually. I'm going to enter the cost price and show you all the profits and stuff like that. So we're going to pull this up on the screen now and you'll see exactly how it works. So the first product I have is a James Patterson audiobook. I paid £4 from a thrift store for this product, and everything that you see here was bought from thrift stores, garage sales, car boot sales and retail stores. Nothing was bought from online or anything like that. Specifically retail and pre-owned in this video. So we have a couple of listings here when I've scanned the barcode. Current Amazon selling price is $25.65, new condition. This is brand new and sealed in its original cellophane, and like I said, I paid £4 for that. So if we just click through into the calculator, we can enter a cost price of £4. And with this one product, you can see we can make £14.92 from just one product here. Not too bad, I think you'll agree. So let's just drop that over there out of the way for now and move on to the next one. Terry Wogan CD. This one was picked up from a car boot sale, or garage sale. Now, everything that I'm sharing with you here, I'm based in the UK. You can use this exact same strategy in the US or in Australia, Canada, any of the other marketplaces, just that I'm based in the UK, and so it's much easier for me to travel to my local stores and pick these things up. But anyway, this I paid 50p for. So let's have a little look if we were to put 50p in as the cost, based on an £8.76 selling price, £4.41 profit. Again, another CD here. Also paid 50p for from the same seller at my local car boot sale. Doesn't look like this one's doing quite as well, but still, clicking here where it says $5.98 low price, we click that little arrow and that's going to open us up into the calculator where I enter just 50p once again, and we make a £2.05 profit. Now I know with some of these products you're going to see that we're only making £2.05. The thing is though, we use Amazon's Fulfillment by Amazon service, where we send all these products and they are stored in Amazon's fulfillment center, and then when they're sold, Amazon will pick, pack and post them to our customers on our behalf. So I've put 50p into that one CD. I can sell it for £5.98, and after fees I get £2.55, £2.05 of which is profit. That's 5xing my initial investment. Yes, it's a small amount, but compounded over time, that's going to make a significant difference, because if you sell 100 of those a month, then all of a sudden you have £200 profit from just one type of product. All right, let's move on to the next one. We have here Rugrats in Paris, the movie, £2 from a local car boot sale once again. Now these products I picked up across the span of 2 mornings, and I spent between 3 and 4 hours sourcing them and buying them. You'll be able to see what kind of hourly rate we're working on once we reach the end of this video here. So paid £2, £7.83 profit on that one product alone once again. Next we have a Bug's Life, £2 once again from a car boot sale. In fact, I've got several PlayStation 1 games here. They're all from car boot sales, all from the same seller. Now weirdly, this barcode picks up ABBA SingStar on PS2, so that's not what we want, but it's not a problem because we can just use the Amazon seller app's image scanning feature, and it's going to pull up the listing for us. So there are a few different ones to choose from, but I'm looking at the sales rank here, the BSR, bestseller rank, which is how it's also known, and the one with the lowest sales rank that matches the product is this listing here at the top. So I'm going to click through into that one. Currently selling for $23.93. I think this is going to work out to be a pretty nice investment. So I spent £2, I'll make £15.75 profit. Not a bad investment, I think you'll agree. Resident Evil Nemesis, this was another £2 game. And you'll notice a trend as I go through the products that I've been picking up here. There are certain types of products that I look out for, and this is actually more than when I first checked it. £60.64, paid £2 for that. So this is a fantastic investment. or return on investment, £46.84 profit from just one single game. Not bad. Next we have, what's this one? C12 Final Resistance, PlayStation 1. I don't find too many PlayStation 1 games these days at the car boot sales, but you know, on this one particular day, I was quite lucky. I found one seller that had all of these for sale. But even when I'm not picking up PlayStation 1 games, I'm picking up PlayStation 2, GameCube, N64, Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, various different types of video games. That, in fact, I've entered the wrong cost price here. That one was £5, and it's currently selling for £17.81. £7.56 profit for that. Next, Spyro, paid £5 for this one. £25.89 is the current going rate for that on Amazon. And these are used prices. I'm going to tailor these based on the condition. Some are used, some are new. All the PlayStation games are used. If they were new, they'd be worth considerably more. And I wouldn't sell them on Amazon. Amazon's not the marketplace for new retro games, in my experience. £5 is the cost price here, £14.24 profit. And then we have £5 on Alone in the Dark, another PlayStation 1 game. Let's give that one a scan. So we click through to the listing. £14.89 is the current going rate. Once we take out our cost of £5, looks like we're just going to be doubling our money on this. Is still great, but based on some of those other ones we picked up that I shared with you, not as good, but still very good. Doubling our money, I don't mind. I'm quite happy with that. Paid £1 for Rayman. Now I did actually end up paying a little bit less overall because these were the prices that the lady had on them individually, and I did negotiate a discount, but I'm basing it on the price tags that you can see that are on the products just for ease, because I haven't worked out. I think I got around £7 off for buying them all together. But in any case, £7.03 is the price for Rayman with a £1 cost. We're looking at £2.44 profit. Another Resident Evil game, this is probably going to be quite a nice one. Paid £2 for it. £38.05. So we enter that £2 cost once again. £27.68 is our profit. Final Fantasy VIII. Paid £4 for that. It is actually missing its rear cover art, so it may sell for a little bit less than the going rate here. Maybe not. But I'm going to base it on that. £8.99. So this is, as you can see, there's different conditions available here. So typically in a case like this, I know the game's worth more than £8.99. It could be that that's disc only. It doesn't show us here, but this seller here, Delch Gaming or Delchi Gaming, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. They've just launched, and it's entirely likely that they either mispriced it or that it's just disc only, and there's no case or anything with it. So I had previously based this, I'm just going to have a look on my spreadsheet because I did work all these numbers out. I'd based it on 11.19, this seller here, Scadding UK. They've got theirs at 11.19. So I'd based it on that, which is what I'm going to base it on here, because I know with confidence that I can achieve that kind of price point for it, because I've done it before. £2.80. So probably the lowest return in terms of percentage so far, but still a profit. And like I said, we send these off to Amazon, never to see them again, and they take care of everything for us. So I'm still happy. A profit is a profit. Paid £1.50 for this, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, PS1 game once again, for £11.31. So at £1.50, we're making £5.55 profit. Next, these were from Smith's Toy Store. I paid $6.99 each for these. So two of them, obviously they're exactly the same. So I'll just scan the barcode up here, and they are currently selling for £22.94. And I suspect, yes, I've already entered the cost price here because I scanned these in the store. I don't always scan everything when I'm at car boot sales and garage sales, thrift stores and places like that, because sellers in some stores are not keen on it, but in retail stores I don't have a problem because I'm just doing research. $6.99 is the cost price, so profit works out at £9.63. And look, if you have any doubts as to me paying what I'm saying I'm paying here for these products, I have all the receipts and everything that I can share just to back up what I'm saying in terms of what I paid for what. And of course, with the products that I picked up from some garage sales and from some of the thrift stores, they already have the prices on them. And I'm going to try and show you that here as we go for absolute clarity in what we're talking about. So now we're on to some DVDs and some more video games. This one I paid £1 for from a thrift store. Let's give that one a scan. So based on the £1 cost price, and it is brand new and sealed in its original cellophane, £11.98 is the going rate for that. When I say going rate, that's the lowest current price for the offer condition that I'm looking at. So new or used, that's what I'm basing on. So this is a worst case scenario. I will potentially be pricing these higher than what I'm sharing with you here. So there's potential for more profit, but let's base it on a worst case scenario because prices can go up or down. And in fact, since I've put this spreadsheet together, some of the numbers have changed ever so slightly. Like one of the Resident Evil games has gone up by about £4 or £5 and a couple of the others may have gone down. So it's going to balance itself out somewhere in the middle. Anyway, £6.64 profit for that one. Next we have Flight Simulator Deluxe Edition, 75 pence there. The sticker's upside down for some reason, but that was from that was actually from the same person I bought the PlayStation 1 games from. And 75 pence with it at £14.98 is going to give us a very nice return indeed. And £9.41 is our profit. Excellent. Very happy with that. Next we have Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. £1 paid, selling for £5.95, so it's going to give us a profit of £1.53. Again, some of these will show lower profits, like £1.53, but these types of products here that I pay small amounts for and that have, I'm doubling my money, I'm making £1.50 a time, £2 a time. I call that my drip feed. We sell, like I said, hundreds and hundreds of those every single month in our business, and as a result, things like mortgages get paid, car payments get made, all those different types of things for very, very little effort. And we're just selling lots of low-cost items with smaller profits, but those profits add up, and they really do make a huge difference. So we have A League of Their Own, paid £1 from a thrift store for that one, and it is new in its original cellophane. £6.61 is the profit. Again, you'll notice a bit of a trend. A lot of what I sell when it comes to DVDs and Blu-rays, box sets and things like that, the vast majority I try and pick up in new and sealed condition, just because they fetch more when it comes to resale. I have this WWE history box set of some description, and I bought that along with Murder, She Wrote box set that you see there for £5 for the two. So I've assigned a cost of £1 to that box set and £4 to the other, just because that's how it best splits. As you can see, this one is not selling for the greatest sum of money, £6.25, so £1.77 profit. I could have split the cost price a little bit different there to give a little bit more profit to that, but it doesn't matter how you work it out behind the scenes, because at the end of the day, I'm still paying the same for the two, so the cost is the same. Next, this is brand new and sealed in its original cellophane. It doesn't have a sticker on it, so typically when they don't have stickers on, there are some thrift stores local to me that have 5 for £1, so they're 20 pence each, or they're 50 pence. So I may well already have a cost price put in here. I don't, so let's assume I paid 50 pence for that one. We're going to make a £10.42 profit. Still very, very nice. Next we have Libero, another DVD. If you are watching closely, which I highly recommend that you do, you might spot some trends in the types of products that I'm buying here, the types of DVDs. I'm not just buying DVDs, any old thing. I'm buying some very specific types. I'll give you a hint. Typically, now there are some exceptions, such as Harry Potter, but typically we're looking at products that are DVDs, or Blu-rays that are not mainstream Hollywood blockbusters of today. It might be from yesterday, not yesterday, but you know what I'm saying, from a while back. But typically, I like the older stuff. Things that aren't available on streaming services. Now, Harry Potter used to sell for a lot more, but at the time of recording this video, they're releasing a new TV show soon, and so all of the Harry Potter movies, at least in the UK, on Netflix, have been released for streaming. And so the values of the DVDs have come down a little bit, but still, we can make profit from them all the same. Next, I have Riverdance live from New York City. So I'm going to go with a cost price of 50 pence for that once again, just because I don't have anything to work on unless it's already in the app. So the cool thing about the Amazon Seller app is, because we haven't talked about that yet in this video so far, it's a free app that you get to download when you first sign up for an Amazon Seller account, and you can program into it your costs and it will remember them. It will remember them, so if you come to scan them again later on, you can see exactly how much you'd worked it out at based on when you were sourcing it from the store or from the garage sale or thrift store or whatever it is. There is another cost that's not being taken into account here, and we can talk about that later on in the video, but essentially there is a cost to get the products from my home into Amazon's fulfillment center. For me in the UK, that's between £3 and £5 for a 15 kilo box. I'd be pretty confident that I'd be able to fit everything here into a box. So let's say worst case, £5 to get everything that you see here sent into Amazon. Based on the fact that I have in total 101 items, if it costs me £5, it's 5 pence per item to get it sent into Amazon's fulfillment center. So let's base it on that. So we're not really encroaching on our profits in any way, shape or form, but all the other fees are being taken into account. So I skipped over that one, so I'll just scan that again because I was too busy talking. But the remains of the day, once again, not a big win for this one. I suspect I probably paid less for it, but let's go with 50p, 80 pence profit. With some like this, I've been doing this since 2013, so I've got quite a few years experience under my belt with it, and I buy a lot of these products blind. I'm not looking. I'm just picking them off the shelf because I either know that I've sold them before and I know roughly how much they go for, or I am basing it on the fact that they're old movies or old TV shows, specifically with DVDs at least. And some of them work out and some of them don't. But the fact that we pay 50 pence, 20 pence, a pound a piece, we average profit overall, even if we make some buys that aren't quite so good. So this one here, This Boy's Life, another brand new sealed DVD. It doesn't have a price on it, so unless we have one pre-programmed into the app, we're going to go with 50 pence. So I know that some of these I definitely bought from one thrift store that does a 5 for a pound and 4 for a pound in another store. So, but anyway, this one £2.49 from a thrift store, Series 2 of Grantchester. So Series 2, this one isn't going to work out incredibly well, maybe doubling up on my initial investment. £3.38 profit once again. And we have Series 1 of Grantchester as well, brand new and sealed also. And I bought that from the same thrift store and it's the same price, £2.49. That one's doing a little bit better. And in fact, I think that one's gone up since I last checked. So I've got to alter some of my numbers here on the spreadsheet, but it looks like overall, so far, we're going to be making more than I'd originally anticipated, which is great. £8.93 profit on that. Chance in a Million, the complete series. So I'm going to go with 50p, because I wouldn't pay more than that unless it's a really, really good one. Next, Brief Encounters, £2.49 from a thrift store. This particular thrift store that I bought from, it has very bad signal in the store. Spend a little bit of time trying to scan these, but in the end, bought quite a few without spending a huge amount of time, without researching them all. I bought them blind, as we say. But typically, if you guys were doing this, I'd highly recommend that you do scan as much as you possibly can, especially in the early days. And as you build up a bank of knowledge for different types of products and what they're worth, you'll be able to be a little bit more, do a little bit more blind buying, because especially when you're not spending a huge amount of money, if it's 20 pence, 50 pence. There's one store that I wasn't able to visit because it was shut on these two particular days that I picked up these products, but they sell DVDs at 10 pence each. And so in there, I just buy whatever I think's good because the signal once again is not great. But it doesn't matter because if I buy 50 DVDs from them, which I often will, I'll have spent £5, so roughly like $7. By the time I have scanned 5 or 6 of them, I'll have gotten my money back in excess, and everything else that I get after that point is profit. Anyway, next one. This is a DVD that's not sealed, so it's used condition. New, it's selling for $9.73, but used, it's still £5.79. £2.42. It does have a price on the back. It is £1. Drop that in as the cost, and we're going to make £1.39 profit on that. Same again from the same store, but this one was £2. Brand new and sealed in its original cellophane. £13.92 is the selling price, and based on the £2 product cost, we're going to be making £7.28. Not bad at all, once again. I'm going to get a bit more of a rhythm going here now because we've got a lot to cover in a short space of time. £2.58. Now, this does say that I need approval to sell this particular DVD, which won't be a problem because we know how to go about that. But £4.99 is the selling price for a used condition one. I paid £2.50. It is brand new. If I were to resell that, I'd sell that for a minimum of $9.99, probably a little bit more. So we're going to be making about £3, £3.45. Next, ABBA number one's DVD. Has no price on it, so it's a 50 pence one at most. £7.77. If I click through, it's going to add the postage fee. So new, it sells for £13.24. £11.25 is the cost, so I'm going to enter 50 pence there as my cost price. £6.51. Alright, Billions TV show, £2.99. It's brand new and sealed, season 1. £8.91 profit. Next, off of the same lady that I bought all of the PlayStation 1 games from, I picked this up, I don't know if you can see that. That is a Nintendo Game Boy Advance console with a whole bunch of adapters, battery packs and all sorts of things like that. Now, this doesn't have a barcode, so what we're going to be doing is, just for the demonstration here, I'm going to scan the actual body of the console itself. I did test this a bit ahead of time just to make sure it's going to work, and or alternatively you could just manually type the search in. But I prefer to scan it like this if I can, and that takes the image of the item and it pulls up the listing, and there we go. You can see Nintendo white console, and in brackets GBA stands for Game Boy Advance. That I paid £5 for, as you probably saw on the sticker there. So let's enter that as the cost price, £5. £37 and 56 pence profit. Let's change things up a bit and have a look at some of these little action figures. So these are back again. Picked these up from a store in the UK called The Entertainer. It's a toy store, and they have these on special at the moment for various different price points. Anything from £2.60, I think it is, right the way up to £4 each for these small ones. So I'm hoping that I pre-programmed the cost for these, because I don't remember which one was which, but we could refer to the receipt and have a look, that's for sure. Yeah, there we go, £2.80 in fact. So £2.80 paid, £2.75 profit on each one of those. I have 2 of those as well. The only reason I have 2 of each of these, I would have bought more because I can see they're selling in good volumes, is because this is all they had left on the shelf. Typically, I will make a decision based on what the BSR is. This is 5,160 in toys, which is a very low BSR for the UK in the toy category. And that means that these are selling quite a lot each month, maybe 60 or 70 a month, as a guess. I don't know, I'd need to check that to be 100% sure. But that's roughly what we're talking about, so I did already scan that. And £11.53 is the selling price. I paid £4, so £2.96 is the profit on each one. So there are 3 here. I'm just going to check if those are all the same. That looks the same. Yes, we have 3 all of the same. £19.95. That looks a little bit better than those other 2. And I hope I have a cost loaded in, because again, I don't remember. £2.80. So £8.78 profit on each one of those. Not all together, on each one. So that's what? £25 odd profit on that one unit. Next I have a PlayStation 4 controller. I picked this up along with PlayStation 3 controller and one PS4 game, which we haven't got to yet. Total £12. So I split the cost of these across. So I paid 12, so I split it up across the 3 items. So this is currently selling on Amazon brand new for $41.99. Used is $39.79. Now that new cost price has come down a little bit, because when I was researching, I do believe, let me just have a quick search here on my spreadsheet, PS4 controller, I had worked this out at $38.94. So it looks like the price for used has gone up a little bit. I'm going to leave it at the $38.94 that I originally worked it out at. And the reason I'm going to do that is just because it's more of a conservative estimate on what we're going to make. I don't want to be overestimating what we might make here, because that's not good for anybody. £24.42 is the profit that we'll make on that. Next we have the PlayStation 3 controller. It doesn't have a barcode, it's not in its original packaging, so we're going to give the actual unit itself a scan to see if that pulls it up. And it has. It is the DualShock 3, which is the one we want. That's the official controller. So £24.99 is the cost price. Let me just see where this was at before. I gave that a cost of £5, which means the PS4 game was £2. £12.70 is my profit on that one particular thing. Back again, figures that I picked up from The Entertainer. £22.55. These were £10 each, so they were a little bit more than the other ones, simply due to the fact that they're a bigger product, but we still make £6 and 18 pence profit on each one that we sell. Next, I've got some Star Wars figures that I picked up from a video game store called Game in the UK. Some of you in the UK will be familiar with it. Unrelated to GameStop, £9.98 paid for each of those. This one I liked because, being a bit of a Star Wars fan, I know there is a TV show for Ahsoka coming out later on this year. In fact, later on this month at the time of me recording this video. So these figures are likely to be more in demand as a result. It's selling for, right now, £22.95. I've got my cost price in there already from when I checked it in the store. £6 and 62 pence is the profit for those. Next, we got some Playmobil sets, and one different one. These were from a store called TK Maxx. Not to be confused with TJ Maxx in the US. TK Maxx is, maybe they're the same company, but it's TK Maxx that I bought these from in the UK. So let's find the barcode. They do still have the stickers on them. £14.34 is the selling price. They were $3.99 each. Probably can't make that out from the video there, but $3.99 each. £8.58 is the net proceeds. £4.51 profit. And then I have just one of these. Also paid $3.99 from TK Maxx. Another Playmobil set. Now let's find the barcode and give it a scan. $14.98, so a very similar selling price here. £3.98, already have that in from when I scanned it in the store. £5.84 is my profit. Next we have some Jurassic World figures. 2 different types here. Once again, I bought everything they had left. These were from Sainsbury's, I do believe, and I think, from the top of my head, £11.50 was the cost. And these have gone down considerably since I checked them. Looks like they've been reduced down to £7.99 a piece. Wow, look at that. That would be a great opportunity for what we call an Amazon flip. So I'd be waiting for the price to come back up on those, but let's just have a quick look. Jurassic World, let's see what I paid for those. When I previously put together my spreadsheet, Dryptosaurus, I have no idea if I pronounced that correctly. So Dryptosaurus was selling for $25.99. And in fact, you can see the trade-in is the next best price. So since I bought these, Amazon has dropped the price. Now this does happen. It happens not often, but it happens regularly enough to be something that we deal with. So in what I would do in this case, I'm confident that Amazon is, doing a sale on those right now. They're clearing them out at $7.99 a piece. So when their price goes back up, $25.99 is what I'm going to hope to achieve. So I'm still going to base it on that $25.99. Now I know a lot of people will be wondering, well, if I were to buy those, should I still send them in? Should I wait for the price to come back up? By sending them in, I mean sending them into Amazon. Then absolutely, yes, I would be sending them into Amazon so that when the price does come back up, I'm there ready to catch the profit. So I only have one of those, but after we finish this video, I'm going to go buy some of those from Amazon for an Amazon flip. So £7.54 profit. And let's take a look at this one. So this is the same thing. I also paid £11.50. These were selling for $21.22, and they still are. So nothing has happened with the price for those. In fact, it looks like there has been a new offer just recently, Hunter's Selection, and they're just launched at £20.78. So slightly less than the $21.22 that I had originally hoped to achieve, because profit is still £3.11 per unit, and I got two of them. Some decent profit to be had there. These, they are Transformers Studio Series Brawn figure from the Bumblebee movie. I do believe there are 5 of those. $24.99 is the sell price. Now, from memory, I paid £10 each. Let's see. Yes, I did. £24.38 is the current lowest selling price in the new condition, with a £10 cost. £7.78 are our profits. By 5, working out to be quite nice, again, for just one product line. Okay, next, let's move some of these around. We'll go back to some more DVDs and video games. So Buzz Mega Quiz, in fact, picked up from a thrift store by the looks of things. £2.50 paid, £14.54 is the current used selling price, £7.30 is our profit. Next we have Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, £4.03, and I don't have a cost here, but I'm pretty confident we'll soon find out as we scan some of the rest of these. But I'm going to leave that cost price blank for the time being. Yes, 20 pence. So based on the 20 pence cost, because they were 5 for £1, 70 pence is my profit. So 70 pence, it's not a great profit, but if you consider turning 20 pence into 90 pence, we do that hundreds of times a month, then all of that adds up and it compounds on itself. Les Miserables, never really sure how to pronounce that. My French is far from very good. Yeah, that was another 20 pence purchase. So we're going to make 84 pence. Again, total I'm spending £1 here, but I'll turn £1 into about £3 to £5. Works out quite nicely. Once again, this is another brand that for some reason, it says I cannot sell this. I don't believe that to be the case. I'm sure we'll be able to get ungated for it. £6.82, 20 pence is the cost price. We're looking at £3.07 profit. Not bad, turning 20p into £3.27. Next, Death at a Funeral, another DVD. It does have a sticker of $5.99 on. That's not what I paid, that's whatever the previous owner of the DVD paid before they donated it to a thrift store. £9.98 profit for that DVD there. And this is the last one. This one's not new, it is pre-owned. There's no shrink wrap on it. It's still selling for reasonably good money, £6.73. So when I'm looking at these on the shelf, that's not a film that I recognise, not something I've seen. If you watch movies, then you'll typically be able to pick out mainstream Hollywood stuff and things that aren't as well known. In fact, it's BBC is the producer of that one. They tend to be pretty good, at least here in the UK. £2.99 profit off of a 20 pence investment. Next we have She Wore a Yellow Ribbon, a John Wayne movie. Lots of John Wayne movies do very, very well. It is brand new and sealed. Cost me 50 pence from a thrift store. £11.27 is that's the buy box price. That's worth mentioning, in fact. When you see the listing here, it will say buy box price £11.27. That isn't necessarily the lowest price. I do use it as a guide when it comes to pricing my own products going forward. That's a topic for another day. £11.25 is the lowest current selling price. So we'll click through and enter 50 pence as the cost, and £6.52 is our profit. Don't necessarily need to enter your cost price every time, but just for the I don't typically do that, especially when I'm looking at these in store, because I can see I'm paying 50 pence, £9.52 is the gross proceeds. Gross proceeds is what we're going to get back from Amazon before product cost, so I can easily in my head subtract 50 pence from £9.52 and know that I'm still going to make £9 plus profit. But just to show you here that it's all good, nothing's being left out or hidden. £8.99 profit from Batman Forever, paid 50 pence for that. And we are gradually making our way through this. We've got Making Warhorse, another DVD here. This was £1 from a thrift store, and someone else has come on the listing. In fact, two other sellers have come on the listing at a lower price. So £5.84 was what I was basing it on previously, so my numbers are going to be slightly different. We're going to be making 71 pence here, which not amazing, but with everything else that we've got, it will average itself out perfectly. Quite happy overall. £1 paid for London to Brighton. All of Amazon's FBA fees are taken into account, but you can see here referral fee, which is Amazon's commission for selling on the platform, the variable closing fee, which is, as it suggests, a variable fee at the time of purchase, and the fulfillment fee is £1.98. That's for Amazon to pick, pack, and post it to your customer on your behalf. So all the fees are taken care of here. In case you're wondering so far, we probably should have talked about that a little earlier on. The Rose, 50 pence paid for this one. Another older movie, not mainstream Hollywood blockbuster of today. The reason I don't typically go for those is because they're mass produced and they tend to follow a very strict pricing policy. Whereas some of this stuff, if it's not on streaming services, it's they're films, TV shows and movies and things like that from a while back. They're not easy to get hold of, and people will pay good money for the nostalgia of watching a movie they watched when they were young. £17.26 profit for a 50 pence investment on that one. Next we have Reservoir Dogs. 10 pence paid for this from one of my local thrift stores. This is one of my favourites for obvious reasons. We can pick them up at 10 pence a piece. We're 10xing our money on this one DVD here. It's not selling for huge amounts, £4.25. But you imagine, again, 100 of those in a box, it's a £100 profit. 10 pence also pay for this, so these next few look like they all came from the same store. I did pick up a few from them, 5 I believe from memory. Paycheck, this is another sealed DVD, new condition, $9.99 is the selling price. So after Amazon's fees and our cost, £5.85 is the profit. Next we have Stalingrad. Doesn't have a price on it. I think that I paid 50 pence for this one. Let's have a quick look on the spreadsheet. Anniversary edition, I paid 50 pence. Selling for $19.99. Wonderful. This should work out to be very nice. Yeah, we've got the cost of 50 pence in there. £13.92 pence profit for that one alone. Next, incredible film, Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, 10 pence paid for this one from that same thrift store. Brand new and sealed, so $6.99 is the selling price that we need to base it on, 10 pence cost, and £3.49 is our profit. Dancing Dreams, £8.99, that I paid £1 for from a thrift store once again, and £4.10 is our profit. Next we have quite a rare one, rare in the fact that it's a Wii game that's brand new and sealed. I don't often find huge amount of those, but this one came from a thrift store just the other day, £1 paid. See here, there's 2 listings, so this is worth talking about now. We have Michael Jackson, The Experience on Wii, £20.95. Now you might be more tempted to take the top listing that has a price of £63.05. However, notice the disparity between the sales rank, the BSR. It's 15,000 on the bottom listing, and the top listing is 45,790. So the top listing at £63 is selling very infrequently by comparison to the other one. And so I would far rather take a smaller profit sooner than a bigger profit a lot later on. Having said that, when I'm spending small amounts of money like this, I'm more prepared to wait longer because 50 pence, a pound a piece, I'm not going to miss it, right? I'm not going to miss it, so I'm happy to wait 90 to 180 days sometimes even longer if the profit's greater. But I'm pretty confident that at that price at £63 plus a £5.65 shipping cost, it's probably not going to sell. When someone else can pick it up for even less. In fact, when we click through, it's the buy box price that's £20.95. The lowest offer is actually £12.90. So we're going to base it on that. Yeah, £12.90 is what we based it on. So £7.41 profit. A couple more stacks of products to go through before we finish up in this video. So hopefully you guys are finding this useful. If you are, just let me know below. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you're enjoying, you're liking seeing the different types of products that we're picking up, that we're using in this model, and how we're able to profit from it and 3x our original investments. Right, so here there's no price on this. I do believe these were £6 from the Entertainer. For £14.90 is the current selling price, and yes, £6 the price paid. There's 3 of them, so for each one of these we're going to make £3.79. Next, onto some Blu-rays and a few PS4 games as well. We've got a little stack going here. Start off with this. 50p each from one store, car boot sale, garage sale. So UFC 3, because lots of people who sell on Amazon using FBA, selling used items don't use FBA. Massive mistake in my opinion. We've done very well with the used items on FBA over the years, because a lot of people don't realise that you can. £9.78 is the cost, the lowest selling price in the used condition, so £5.27 is our profit off of a 50p investment. WWE 2K19, another PS4 game. That was from that same seller, 50p. So we'll enter that as our cost, and we're going to make £4.10. Next, Need for Speed Payback. This is the one that I bought with those two controllers, the PS4 and the PS3 controller. So this owes me £2. So we should be looking at maybe doubling our money on this after fees. £9.29 is the regular selling price. So let's put our £2 cost in. £3.36 profit. This I bought in a little bundle with some DVDs, which I've likely mispriced here. But these were 4 or 5 for £1. This is from a house clearance chap that I buy from at my local car boot sale, and he has boxes and boxes and boxes of DVDs and stuff like that. And in amongst them was this Red Dead Redemption 2. Typically he picks them out and sells them himself, but he missed this one. To my gain, 20p. So yeah, that was 5 for £1. Video games are probably some of my favourite things to sell, not just because they're ridiculously profitable, but also because I enjoy video games myself. £6.42 profit. Next, Al Pacino Carlito's Way. This is a brand new sealed Blu-ray. There was a thrift store that had quite a few of these. I think these are all from the thrift store. £2.99. I've entered the price. I've used a price $9.99 for this. I'd actually sell it for more than that. I'd be going at $14.99 is where I'd price it, because there is no new competition. Used at £7.87, and being such an amazing movie as it is, it's easily going to fetch $14.99. But let's be conservative. Let's assume I only get $9.99, £2.96 profit. So doubling our money on that one. £3 paid for this. This is quite a rare movie to find on Blu-ray. I don't know that because I knew it before. It's an older movie that's been remastered to Blu-ray. Again, a good little tip there is to look out for those different types of things. $28.98 is the current selling price. The BSR is 50,000. It's not incredibly good, but then again, I wouldn't expect this to be a movie that's being bought and sold every single day, just because the nature of it being an older movie that's not being watched all the time. But still, with a £3 cost, there's a £19 profit. So I'm happy to wait as long as I need to realise the profit on that, because it is just going to sit in Amazon's fulfillment centre. And yes, whilst we pay storage, storage is charged by a cubic foot. So these, they don't take up a lot of space. We're literally paying pennies every single month to store them. Next, another hard to find movie on Blu-ray. Used, this is selling for £17.51. Happens to be the condition I have it in. £2.50 is the price I paid. So let's drop that in as our cost, and we'll make just under £10 in profit. £9.82. Next we have a Blu-ray here, brand new and sealed. It's £2. It's got a bit of, I don't know what that is on it, but it needs a bit of a clean, which is no problem, because I'll do that with a baby wipe or something. But £2 is what I paid. It's brand new and sealed, and looks to be selling for a reasonable amount, £13.28, and we're looking at a profit of £6.74. Next, we have Wonders of the Universe Blu-ray, £2.50 paid from a thrift store. £12.80 is the buy box, £12.79 is the lowest current selling price, £5.82 profit. And the last Blu-ray here, yeah, we are out of Blu-rays now. This is £2.99, one of my personal favourite movies of all time, Casino, such a great movie. £14.25, £2.99 is the cost price, £6.57 is the profit. Okay, next we have some Lego. Now I'm intrigued to see what's happened with this since I checked it. So I bought these last week, the end of last week, and I've been away for a few days, so there's been a few days difference here, and that's why I'm going back to these to see how the prices have changed. I only paid $22.50 a piece. There's 3 of them, so let's enter the cost, $22.50. £11.38 is the profit for each one of those, and there are 3. £33 odd profit. Let's get these last items checked and we can finish up here. So Power Rangers, another action figure. This was £6 from Smith's Toy Store. £16.40 is the selling price, and with a £6 cost. And again, I would have bought more of these if they'd have had them, but it was the last one left on the shelf. £5.27 cost price. Next we've got another couple of Bakugan figures. These were from the same place. So this one, the barcode doesn't work, and I recall this one from the store because I had to scan the product packaging itself, which often brings the listing up if you can't find it. £15.94, £3.33 paid, £15.99 was the price. So it's changed by 5p, but I paid £3.33. It's already been populated here in the app. £7.29 profit on each one of those. Next, we've got a couple of books. It is brand new condition. It appears never to have been read, but I'm not going to sell it as new because I've got no way of guaranteeing, because it's not sealed, shrink wrapped, or anything like that. But used, it's £10.98. Paid £1.25 for it from a thrift store, if you can see that sticker. So £1.25 gives us a profit of £4.85 on that one book. Next, we have another book here, paid £1.25 also from the same thrift store. £15.99 is the new price, the buy box price. Now this is an interesting one. I get asked about this quite a lot. The new price is lower than the used price. What do we do? Well, I don't go by the used price at £18.71 because let's face it, who's going to pay more for a used book than they would a new book? So what we need to do here is reduce the price. I typically go sort of 20% lower than the new price. So let's see. I've based it on. In fact, I've gone heavier here. I've gone quite a bit lower. I've gone £9.99 is what I've based it on. So even at £9.99, we still make a lovely profit of £3.97 on just one book. So you could price that more. I'd probably go more in the region of about £11.99, but still. And we can make a couple of extra pound. So let's try this one. If you recall, I had the WWE box set earlier that I bought from the same seller at a car boot sale with Murder, She Wrote. I paid £5 for the pair. I assigned a cost of £1 to the WWE, which means this cost me £4. So based on a £4 cost price, it's selling at £21.74 as the lowest new price, used price. I'm sorry, £4 the cost, so £10.48 is the profit. Just a couple more to go here before we finish up. Private Practice, that one I picked up from a thrift store for £2. Nice big box set for £2. Bit of a bargain, that one. But these bargains are readily available in your local high street that has thrift stores. I know that because I've been to many high streets to do this all around the country. £8.78 profit on that one. And the last one here, yeah, £8 paid from a thrift store for that one. Inspector Morse, seasons 1 through 8. We're looking at £23.34 is the selling price. The lowest price for the used condition, £8 being the cost, £5.24 are our fees. So with all of those added up, I think we've done pretty well. So let's switch over to my spreadsheet and have a quick look at exactly how much I made on all of these different products. So I bought in total 101 items. These are not unique, as you saw when we were looking through everything. Some of the items I bought multiples of, but for the most part it was unique items that I picked up pre-owned. So 101 individual items. That's the total number of individual items we have. Total spend. I spent £399.76, so just a touch under £400. The total sell price, so this is the total value of the products based on the resale price that I gauged as we were looking through everything, and that totals up to £1,715.66. So just looking at those two numbers, spending $399.76 in order to make in sales revenue $1,715.66, that's not a bad return, I think you'll agree. Now, of course, what happens here is, we're not necessarily going to get the exact price that we've set to sell the product at. We might get more, we might get less. It'll be somewhere around this kind of number though, once everything is sold. Then we have the total amount of fees that Amazon is going to charge us for the picking, packing, and posting of our products. So that's $530. But look, we don't need to worry about these costs because they're not charged until the service is done. So they're not charged until we make the sale. So that's not a cost we've got to pay up front. It's one that gets deducted off later on. Then we have the total net proceeds. So this is how much money we get back after having taken our costs out, or our fee cost at least. So we're going to spend $399.76, and once we've sold everything on this spreadsheet, we're going to get back $1,185.48. So that gives us, just skipping over here to our ROI, a 196.55% ROI. So we are more or less a little under tripling our money here. Which again I think is a pretty good metric. So £785.72 is our profit. That's how much profit we're making, and that's how much we're increasing our money by. I've highlighted these columns in green here just to make them a little bit more obvious, but a 196.55% return on our investment of a £399.76 amount. So again, I'm very, very happy with these numbers. They could have been better, but they could have been worse. So look, I'm going to be excited to get all this product sent in and start making some sales, and then hopefully at some point we'll be able to give you guys an update.